no, this one has like horns on it. I don't know what, it's trying to bite me. So here's that first tank. It had all settled into one point. I'm just adding some more water. I added about 6 inches of water in, repumped it. Here's the next one I lowered, and I just added all this water back in here, and it's pumping out again. And then I started pumping this one. So what we'll do is we'll go through, pump all 3 of them. As soon as this one, I'm gonna pump this one more time, and then I'm gonna top this off with clear water, and then let the air stones run for a couple days. And then same thing here, same thing here. And then once we have all of them, then we'll take the fish at that point into the first tank that's been running for several days. The air stones will dissipate most of the chlorine. We'll put the fish in here and then pump these 2 and cycle them through, and then we'll just put them back in. It's hard on the fish, I'm sure, but the fish are very resilient. We've thought these fish had been dead a couple of times, and come to find out they're still in there. So we'll do that and start this off clean this year. We'll pump this down, put it back in there, do a last pump here, and then add some water once this one's down. Just gets a little bit of the last debris out of there, but you'll be able to see at that point what's in these for the next year. We're just putting the water over there on the fruit trees, and then once they're all clean, we'll do the last 2. There's some big blueberry plants. Somebody wanted them removed. They got removed, and now they have been brought here, and we're gonna pop them in the ground and see what they do. For right now, we're just gonna put them over here. I don't think the dogs will mess with them. This is a mess through here. It always has been. It has always held water here. When we moved onto the property, when we bought the property, there was always a little pond there full of frogs, always. And me not knowing how to do any dirt work, using a box blade on an old John Deere tractor, I tried to level it out as best I can. This used to be a big berm, which was part of the motocross track. He's turning around here so he does as little damage as possible. Man, that smells good. It smells like
victory,
dirt, and life. Man, that smells so good. What is this? It's gonna be an acorn or something. Where is it? Oh, right here. It is a mealworm. Oh no, this one has like horns on it. I don't know what, it's trying to bite me. It's trying to lay eggs in me. Everything in Tennessee wants to kill you, eat you, sting you, poison you, or lay eggs in you. It looks just like a mealworm, but oh, you know what? It's not thorns. He's rolled around backwards. That's his little crawler legs. There was an acorn in there that had a big old sprout coming out of it. It was cool, yeah. It's been a very hectic day. Got a lot of stuff done. Been sewing. I have dust off of feed bags all over me. Storms today. Friend dug up some blueberry trees from a job he was doing and brought them over, so we're gonna see about getting those planted. Normal as far as the animals go. I've got a rabbit right here. This is a dead rabbit. I've been going through and figuring out which females I want to keep and which ones we want to let go, and all the extra males. So this guy here, we'll just toss that right over there, and he'll pick it up here in a second, and he will run away with it. And typically he'll run away a little ways, and then he'll roll all over it, and then you won't see it again. So here he goes, and it's a trip that he's being so gentle with it. I don't know why he does it. Maybe because he's just never seen one alive. He's never had one in his mouth live, so he's gonna run off with it, set it someplace. And I've gone out here many times and looked for them, and I never find them. So clearly he's eating them. He just doesn't let you see him eat them. And there he goes. He kind of behind the kennel here. He drops it and he's licking it, and you'll actually see him sometimes. He'll bite a hold of it and then hold part of it down and kind of rip on it. I think that he feels like he's not sure he's supposed to eat that or not, because he's supposed to be here to take care of the animals. The girls, when I give them whole rabbits, they won't eat them. I actually have to slice the bellies open, so I kind of hold it by the front legs and then step on the back legs. Oh look, I I step on the back legs, pull on the front legs, and then I just slice the belly open a little with a knife or scissors or anything. And then once that blood is exposed, once the guts are exposed, the 2 girl dogs will eat them. And that's what I've been feeding more and more, is just whole small animals. We feed any freezer clean out, any freezer burned meat, any meat that we feel is past date, we give them all of that. I'm in all these livestock guardian groups and they just lose their mind, some of them, over eating raw. Oh, I work at a vet and I've seen too much of this, or I've seen too much of that. Do you really think that your dogs aren't eating anything that they catch out there? They're eating anything and everything that they get a hold of, as well as poop. They're eating each other's poop, they're eating other animals' poop, they're eating anything. So worm your dogs, keep your dogs current on any, vaccinations if you're gonna do that. And that's it. Just thought I'd show you that for a second. Oh, hey, you caught me. I just did 1,000 butterfly curls. Maybe you can't do 1,000, but if you start doing 5, maybe one day you'll be able to do 1,000. And if you join and like and subscribe on this video, it'll give you cool guy points. It'll make your veins look bigger. It'll make your biceps look bigger. It'll make you more desirable to the women. So much of everything I do every day all looks the same on video. See, this is kind of how I intend to do these tartar stock tanks. I'm going to start putting wood chips in them about halfway, and then soil, and start getting those planted. So that'll give me this whole area here, and then I've still got all these over here, and then I also have all of these glass framed windows. I want to build some kind of greenhouse out of old windows. So this weekend I'll probably make a run to the same place I bought those ones from, because he said he has a whole truck coming in, and I paid 15 a piece. So if he's got a whole truck of them, the conversation will be just how much per window if I buy all of them. So we'll see how many that is, and hopefully they're all similar sizes. Otherwise we'll just kind of make it work. We'll put a row of these this width and put a buffer in for a piece of wood if we have to. Here's eggs. The egg production is definitely up. A lot of those new chickens are now laying eggs. Went from 1 egg to 2 eggs to about 7, and you can tell they're smaller. They're still young birds. They're laying now. That's good. And having started them through the winter means they're laying right now, so we don't have to raise them up all summer in the hopes to get some eggs next year. We're about to bring in some meat birds. I'll check local Tractor Supply tonight, see what they have for Cornish crosses, and we'll raise some of those up this year too. Eggs from yesterday. Chickens are starting to lay a lot more eggs now that it's getting warm and the daylight's getting longer. Now I have an empty basket. Holds 48, I think. It's a little ugly out here. It's weird. Just a random sock sitting there. This one actually probably fell off the 4-wheeler. So the pump stopped working yesterday, and I thought maybe it just got hot. Maybe there's a thermal breaker or something in it. No water coming out. Maybe it just takes a minute to travel. Why is this gate open? I guess the wind could have blown it open. I'm gonna have to fix that. It needs a longer pole. Still no water coming out of there. Sounds like it's running. So there's been an incident. I'm coming up the hill. Everything's totally normal. I'm looking at guineas. I'm looking at dogs frolicking and playing. I'm looking at chickens all over the place. I'm looking at my trees I need to plant. I'm looking at my blueberries that just got dropped off here yesterday. Somebody gave me, and I literally don't know it. I literally don't realize it until I'm riding past it that this chicken tractor's knocked over. Maybe I left it open. Maybe I left that lid up and the wind blew it over, but I don't see any rabbits. And then I get up here and there's a rabbit. So my first thought was maybe the dog's already had a meal and they ate these rabbits. He looks like he's been chewed on a little bit, but my suspicion is that Bugs has been beating on him. Bugs does not like other rabbits, especially boy rabbits. So maybe that's a boy rabbit. You can see here where we've moved this chicken tractor, and then you can see all these holes. And all those holes, the duck digs all those damn holes. It makes all that mess. And I don't even see the duck right now. Here she comes. She's coming over from by the nest. There was 2 rabbits in here. I would just take that rabbit and put it over there, but if it's a boy, they'll destroy him. Finish him! He looks like he's got dried blood all over him. Yeah, big boy. Big boy. Big old nuts on that thing. That's exactly what has happened. Bugs has put a beating on him because he's too close over here. So Bugs can actually get out here. He has dug him a tunnel from inside to the outside and he comes out at will. People come here and they're like, hey, you know you have a rabbit out? And it's always bugs. But the real question is, where is the other rabbit that was in there? And I don't see the other rabbit. 2 chicken, 1 duck. It's been so warm, nice the last few days this week. If you'd have asked me, I'd have said it was going to be beautiful today. But it's not. It's kind of dark, ugly out. I'll show you these 2 geese. They were swanking and honking a few minutes ago. I haven't been videoing a lot of this because it's all the same every day. It all looks the same, so just haven't really been turning the camera on as much.
Man, I'm talking about Willis, one of the realest to try. My